Pro-life equals not human. These people are not pro-life. They're actually literally in some instances pro-death. Okay? In most of these instances, they're pro-death. Whether it comes to capital punishment or whether it comes down to forcing a woman to carry a pregnancy to term. You cannot claim that you're pro-life while simultaneously say you want a fully developed human being to carry a pregnancy forcibly to term. That is a brutal process. You cannot comprehend that process, and many people can't comprehend that process and don't even think about it like that, okay? And that's part of the reason why you can so easily fucking mention this. This is a grueling process, and it, especially if you're not consenting to it, it makes it so much fucking worse. Imagine you're just like carrying something in your fucking body that's sucking up your resources, and that something is a product of your rapist, for example, is a product of like an abusive person, for example, and you don't want to carry that fucking pregnancy to term. And the alternative is a medical procedure that is super safe and super easy. You just take a fucking pill and boom, you just piss out the fucking fetus. That fetus that's like this big anyway. Okay? That's it. That's it. It's like a tumor. You're removing a fucking tumor at that point. That's the main difference between a baby and a life, okay, and just a tumor or a fucking fetus, especially pre-viability outside of the womb, okay? Just because someone has duped you into thinking that their position is actually pro-life doesn't mean that they're genuinely pro-life. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea calls themselves a democracy, but they're not a fucking democracy, obviously, okay? Just because someone calls them that doesn't mean that they're the fucking, that's the reality. It's called marketing, you fucking idiot. Are you that dumb? Are you that dull? Are you that dense? Or maybe there's some additional underlying motivating principles there that make you feel like pro-life people are actually pro-life when they show you all the time that they're not. What about the life of the fucking woman, dude? What about the life of the carrier? What about the life of the fucking carrier? How can you say you're pro-life while simultaneously saying like, no, I am going to lock you into this fucking process, a process that could kill you, a process that will 100% leave you medically bankrupt at the very least because it's so goddamn expensive, and into a country where like our future destruction is imminent in the form of like climate change. But even before you think about climate change, like what kind of fucking world are you bringing children into? You know what I mean? God damn, like I meme about being an antinatalist. Like I'm not. I want to have children one day, but holy fuck, dude. There are plenty of people who just don't want to make that choice. And there are plenty of people who want to have children. I'm not stopping motherfuckers who want to have children from having children. So why the fuck are these people able to tell you that you have to have a child? That's crazy. Like, I'm sorry, people should not have to wait out the first like 13 years of a child's birth and existence to have a post 13-year abortion, okay, at their fucking school shooting, okay? That's crazy. Like, you shouldn't have to literally take care of a kid for 13 years only with the hopes that the abortion inevitably comes because they're at a fucking elementary school in Texas. That's wild. It's so strange that Americans are like, man, you know, I'm so pro-life, but then also at the same time you're like, yo, no, I'm a big time advocate for fucking murdered children. Big time advocate for cutting school lunches so they fucking get punished for all the existing children that are suffering in this goddamn country. Big time advocate to make sure that suffering continues. You can't be pro-life and be a Republican, okay? Not a single fucking pro-life person is legitimately pro-life. They are pro-death through and through. Stop believing the fucking dumbass marketing.
Wade was decided the states that desired to protect unborn life have been prohibited from doing so.
In Oklahoma, any medical staff performing abortions could face prison time. Oklahoma is one of 8 states where the court's ruling triggers abortion bans with no exceptions for rape or incest.
God did this.
Yeah. You can't be pro-life but pro-medical bankruptcy. You can't be pro-life but pro-guns at the same time, which is like literally a tool designed with the express purpose of murder. You can't be fucking pro-life and pro-capital punishment at the same time. Okay? That's crazy. You can't do that. In this country, it's like on the minimum $10,000 to pop a baby out, okay? And then that is before we factor in childcare and all the other costs associated with it. And you're on your fucking own. Okay? In this country, we don't have federally mandated maternal leave or paternal leave or any fucking parental leave in general. We are the only OECD nation on the planet that literally does not have a legal mandate constituted by the federal level where they say, yeah, it's fine. You don't have to like pop out a baby and go back to fucking work. In this country, we have a significantly higher likelihood die while giving birth or in that process in comparison to other comparable OECD nations. We don't even have fucking baby formula right now because 1 out of the 4 fucking providers was, had a facility that had a fuckload of bacteria in it. Okay? And you're out here being like, no, we need to trap women into this fucking process. And that blows my mind, dude. That blows my fucking mind. It's just pure cruelty. You've made it impossible for people to have even free time to like fuck and have a child. You made it impossible for people to take time off to have a child and properly care for it. You made it impossible to take care of a child financially. And then you turn around and you're like, why aren't people having children? Well, I don't know, man. Maybe it's really fucking costly. People need to try and survive. And there's plenty of people out there who probably would have children if they had the opportunity to. Okay? These are the people who don't want to have children, and you're forcing them to have children. People that get abortions aren't literally trying to have children. There's a very easy and safe medical process to stop them from having a child. Okay? That's it. Being against sex ed, contraception, welfare, and maternal leave, etc. means you hate women, as simple as that. Yeah.